Now census night this. I don't lay on a table for you. Waiting you able to pick from all waiting I talk so. Eh? Let me get the understanding. Get the understanding. Say census they happen tomorrow. They don't hire 15,000 people. They don't train them. Instead go get a nice for the holiday. We didn't pay them. Eh? Alright. Let's come with us friend. Let me hear you. Waiting now you take as the census they start tomorrow. Welcome on board, us friend. You get the platform.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform. And thanks to all listeners and viewers, then we will be away. May God continue for help with. Let leaders then call this wisdom and understanding how to deal with this situation. The issue here, they go between one party or one of the factions, and whoever they combine for argue about these statistics. So we'll just go into them because we don't talk about it all this week. Then they actually look at an error. You know, now which is this error, now the mapping technique error. That the mapping technique error, now in the statistics for Salon, they look say there is an error in this mapping. So because they get error in mapping, and the mapping they get difficulty for interpret that statistics, so they bring electronic mapping. But when you bring electronic mapping, remember you get a lot of things we get for incorporate. You get for incorporate digital system. So then go learn them thing they have for them go able to come meet up this. There was a delay in terms of the tablets. Then we don't get other funds them really towards other logistics and other areas, training and doing the pilot scheme and so on and so forth, because we don't come off all this talk. So but you see say the e-mapping will then bring electronic mapping, then the talk say it take a 4-meter distance for say the person get for day usa he approach the house, then it will reflect on the device we get, and then it go able for register the information we getting. So you know that was in the try for say then your protection towards these statistics. Now, first of all, now because of the locality verification, where then they try to say the villages, them, the towns. So then they try to introduce the system where then we're able to get them digital system here. So you find out see the resource and allocation. Now, in like the one way people and they argue about the resource and allocation. And one way government say they get out of the reason why they do the mapping. But again, the government, the one that will on the other side, will argue say will not want for take up these statistics, you know, right? Then they look say the level of the importance of the false information where them they don't get, we see the way the other party they claim say. Now let's say exactly people they claim say there is a false information in the statistics of mapping. But again, you see the other section they say now there is no false mapping anything will make in no leander. But when you come to the section of the statistics, all they try for tell you say they try for overcome the 60% faults that we did. And the 60% fault that we did, now because then they say we'll get for gather village to village, we want for give some things or try for give a data where they say 1, 2, 3, 4, then they under one numerator. So but they say the type of data what they don't get, it don't work. Now rather than they do this new one, what they call the e-mapping system. But you find out because of the parties, they only look at from the way side the way a kind of political manipulation. Then the other one in the talk say the resource allocation. They come inside there because we will not do this. Then you see the one they would argue still say when they reject say the idea when they bring when the hypothesis say we are not able for add up 4 ton for make a numerator area. and because of the technical needs and that local area, they not go able to get a kind of technical reason when they go able for help them, because the problem did it would not be able to give the data wouldn't collect them for them go give the NGOs or independent bodies or the request of the public, they work for what thing then they ask for. But you can't answer the question, say, well, if that is the reason, you go find out in numbers and we talk of 60%. And the way when they do the census, not due to mapping people in the village. It look a bit complicated. To me, as somebody who is a citizen, I believe, say, now in war of wars, where they go on, because of this area, who they claim, say, that they manipulate the data, despite there's a genuine reason where they say there's an hypothesis, say, they were not able to collect the data for long, we able to fit them. Now, for now, we call UNFP for can't help with 2 months to somebody who sabi pass with. But when you talk of statistics, you get different numbers where you put up. Most of the time when they allocate resources there, they say 100 is to 100. You will never give it. You always work out. Another statistics again. When they come to the mean, when they come to the this, when they try to avoid the zero, so that we will only get the mean. So sometimes people don't get for just to be fair, but again, if it's something which is done slowly at a time wherein we they able to do an intelligently, so that later now, them development there we will bring them when that e-mapping, so that it will able to work. Now the opposition they try for hold on now for saying now we not they manipulate, because now they manipulate say the hypothesis them we not they give, they work with this. We're not supposed to work with the whole past 40%, but again let's say now 60%. All over the villages and north, south, east. Now they not be for able to fit by the data out in the present time. But it all comes down to a speed and planning. Because if you don't plan, instead you go take specialists who in FPA can bring for train them. So you find out say the one when they see the more they have not been transparent and accountable, because they get for educate the trend of events. Because from 2018 it began. If you just go send the idea to Nabila Tunis, who was there by then the parliament passed, and then they begin to go now with the strategy, 30 million from the World Bank, so on and so forth. We not get tablet. But the idea is the hypothesis when they use, will work with waiting they say it be with the time when you before they educate the people about this hypothesis, saying that this idea and how would they work on. But because the people know they see the trend, that's why when you do any development, you get that time management where you come to people, they get for show them there should not be a gap. But then they do more of political communication. And when then they go on with the political communication, then they get the gap play where then them they leave out, where not really address. Because today I see only the mind they go into analysis statistics about this and this and this. But when you work that hypothesis with time, you find out there was a lapse of communication. They don't mean to tell nobody. Now that's why even maybe the one that will pull out the account, because what for they get a management. If the man didn't pull out at the last minute, that means the information was not going. So, but I believe in information and a problem of manipulation, they fight against reality. But the reality now, the question is the value of the quality of the people that wouldn't get for vote for, count. You go able to ask yourself, say, now true value, then just forget, or they are going to get the zero value. Because when you work with the zero value in statistics, it's very delicate, because now only 2 errors there in statistics. The other thing now when you talk about not just subsection, now 2 errors. The one error, not only the error where they reject for say the hypothesis is true. Then the other error, you go say the hypothesis is lie. So you find out say one they pull the other one, but they are not moving. They are going down drain. I'm afraid the page where they pay now painful page, but now we therefore hold on with peace and observe and bear. But both parties and all who involved, then before don't they interfere and go say, when I tell we, not to today you go down and go explain you after 3 years in detail about how then they do when like the man when they talk in metaphoric science. Because when you look at the possible win pandemic metaphor, and call a political metaphor, not a literature. Donald Trump was the best. Just type on Google political metaphor, you go see who that win. Trump, they talk all kinds about the people like who side today he end up. He fed up the people in drain. So this is why you have to stop metaphors. Come things in reality and tell the citizens so that we will able to go and understand but not to today. The people are not full. That variety they see the but the one way they cause themselves and they get problems. Sit down and look at things happening. But then they rush and they put them. They are not happy. Why are they not happy? Because their hypothesis is not accepted. So they are threatening with a manipulative method. And when they say them, they go with a strike method. So you see the battle is going on. This is not what you want as alone. Let people learn for the show. Why begin being those as the foundation? What's it concern the community and the public? And they show you time management. Any step I go. Thank you very much. Let God help you all. Let God bless you and bless Mama Salud. Thank you for wisdom and understanding. But we are not living well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, friend.
Yeah, God bless you, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. That's now friend in your submission for today. This now the census net. You need for member. Waiting happen this net, whether you sleep with this net now you host. So that whenever the one the way they count come, you go able for member how many people been sleeping and you host this net. So that they not go able not for count person or they not go want for count person more than one term. So na that one day we dey lay na table. Okay. Sierra Leone. The one and only country who can say we beloved sweet Mama Salud. If you don't want to make them count you, it's fine. And see, as long as you not disrupt, if other man will let them count them, you know, Hamburg, the person where they go for go count. Eh? The Katie says, now for make picking this net, so you go remember. And then, what's a symbol? Also, let me call doctor. Make we waiting na yon take. Welcome on board, Dr. Isatuka Kejalo. You get the platform.
Yes, hi. Good evening. Good morning to many others. I hope so we all do well. Thanks to you, thanks to Us friend and to all the listeners and the viewers them here now on Facebook and on them YouTube. And we want for say it is so many mixed feelings with this particular census, yeah. 1 minute you feel like say an important information for gather about people in our country. And me own focus with that for make I feel say it's important for make we do now the fact that then they try for do this digitally, as we always try for CLO meet with the modern technology. We can't do certain things about keeping data, getting sensors. I believe say that can help now a good strategy in order for make we capture things where it could become an error in the future and be able for rectify them sooner. you know and the other thing here, yes, we understand the minister they try for we understand within the sensors they for different things them. And we all know for say this now a way for help in how they go allocate funds to certain communities them. We can to development, we can to infrastructure in many aspects, them we go help for improve things in the country. But the unfortunate part is, when things happen where funds then cannot come with the CC, that not can happen. That's not the case really. We you see money they go into things and we know to the right reason at that time. And always that not the problem where we feel say they create so much challenges in the country for we Sierra Leoneans them. With that said, we the understand and we see this not something we would see on a constant basis. We tend not to prioritize things, and we tend to want things done certain way in only just because you did into the power which you want now no more want for listen. Now what they see with this current administration, then they listen to within outsiders, then they say something the way Ezekiel say yesterday, which I want for really tell and thank you for talk, because now that's what they always say now. With the statement stating, it's good sometimes to listen to the ones that don't care whether you did do good, or the one them we care whether you did do bad, or when they feel say you did do bad, like not they say anything, but when they comment and they critique you get for listen to them people, then they and take advice from those words and no say, what, the one them where you go in a crowd and always say, then sing you name them, call your name, praise you, they're not like you, because then really need to tell you the truth, either because they're afraid for tell you the truth, because they say, oh, if I talk the truth, I'm not going to on this person's side. So it's definitely important for Lawi presidency and take advices on areas and where then they become very critical of person where then they become critical of you, it'll help you for grow, it'll help you for make better judgment in how you deal with things them at the country. So, with this Census Act, if the WHO, the World Bank don't say, they no one put hand on this COVID-19 day na the country or they around the globe, I think it makes sense for the president say, what, maybe there's a reason for us to postpone within this all about. So many people then raise concerns, like I've been saying, that they may not get problem with the counting, but if issues then don't arise, wait for make that person withdraw and say this not to a priority, not to a do or die situation for say you either do this or you could die, then definitely there's a way to withhold something like this. But I know say they don't already put the timeline, they don't say whether they get funds or they not get funds, then we'll go ahead and do, the counting. So the 9th, I believe say, that if you sleep now the host, then for count you. So as a Sierra Leonean, as patriotic, don't listen to the one them where they say to you, not count me, not make like them count you because you know this political party. I believe say just do as a patriot, as a duty, as a citizen, what you require for do for your country, make like them count you. If you then feel say that this not the way forward, now this not the only way we go make things and change now we country, Lord, we hope and see. Because for me at this point, I just they say, Lord, sit down tight, Lord, watch and see what happen, what are the outcome for this. I'm not going to discourage anybody, not for be counted. I will actually encourage people to be counted and hope say, until I waste and they try for waste certain resources them rather than put them into things we really important at the country. We don't day for the last couple of weeks we cry on things we don't cry for years, decades, but still not a priority to the current president, and it's a sad thing. It's very disappointing that Ingo feels say now the right thing they do right now for the nation. And if the belief say that the best way to go, Sierra Leoneans, them, Lord, we embrace this. Lord, go with them. Lord, we hope for the betterment of Sierra Leone as always. And as to the finance minister in your statement with, how disappointed and, it doesn't make sense. In life, in anything you do, a business or contract with anything where it can, development issues or, what partnership with a specific person or an organization, then get the right for withdraw. Because what, if they feel say this not to the right time, not to the right call, for make them go ahead with a specific thing, because they show say then they be practical, they show say then they be then they think critically as to the current situation where they affect the country as well as where they affect the globe. But if we feel say the best thing right now, the thing where now we priority now we country now for count census, but we'll take money from other funds now for go deprive. And this me fear is, wherever this money get for come out, we hope say affect the ordinary people, then we can to the daily basic things and we people that need not the country, because as we be done a few weeks ago say, you know, so rice price be done can down, with the hope say this not become one of the things that they will try to do, take funds from where they shouldn't take it from and put it into this, because they already don't make the plan, say then they go ahead with time, so nothing to stop them. Okay, me this type of energy, really I would say this type of energy we then get for this censor, I wish not the same type of energy and passion and drive then get we can to we water problem na the country, we can to we light problem then at the country, we can to the healthcare na the country. If then we get this same drive, this same motivation and passion for them three things and they always talk about, trust me, by now light na Sierra Leone, water na Sierra Leone. If you're not 200%, we'll probably will be around 75, 80%. But no, that's not the case here. We see something different every day, every day. It just make me sad and disappointed in what we see from the president. And like I say, at so many times or so many encounters and what they talk now, being talk about the president in TED Talk, where he do right before he become a president. You do a TED Talk. You can search this on YouTube and just listen to the president where he talk about how and why make it come into politics, even after we then be done, if you don't hand over, you know, power from NPRC to the late Tijan Kaba, you know. So that time, that moment, I really did encourage the president, if he did listen to me, let it go back, he listen to that TED Talk, let it try for follow in words them that moment and act on those things. Because if you do that, then it don't become patriotic for the country and no say it not come into politics for enriching self rather than for help the nation for grow. You're not person we don't lead this country during the time of war, and then you give up that, you know, power. If you've been wished for become president, then you will continue. But no, you give or do a peaceful transition, you do. So what happened to all those, you know, times when you have those good things, good ideas in you, and all of a sudden everything changed? The moment you take power, you don't forget, say, I've been say something to this nation. I've been say something to other people them where they listen to me. Say this country na my priority. This country na the one where I need for focus on. But you know, you as a military person, you forget discipline in you, but at the same time for able for rescue you people them, you know, if you're not a war front, if you're able for rescue you know, the people them where they with you, whether you're not retired, you know, big. I don't even want to go into all the different titles and where the president gets, but I'm just saying, you know, there are ways them where it will help we not drown. We continuously drown as a nation, and we really do hope and pray that the president can overturn some of his decisions at this point, because you know it's only like about how many months left, you know, for the next election for make it come, and waiting at some of the things and where the president will really point at and say, now this I don't start and I complete them. Yes, you don't start the free quality education by making sure school kids not pay school fees, but now that don't happen, but it not complete, because students then still they complain about challenges them where they happen at the country. Teachers then they get so many issues them, you know, then they talk about their salary, you know, where we they go put money into things and we're not very, you know, we're not to the priority in the country at this moment. You know, I think not the problem day. But President Bio, I think it makes sense for let it go back to that TED Talk. If you don't watch it, I encourage everybody, you know, go back and listen to him and then see what he said, and, you know, follow other things that he said. You know, there was a time, you know, you can start for watch in TED Talk. They get so many other things that they follow. You watch all what he say, and today and what they see happen is the reverse or is the opposite, and that's not the disappointment where I see every day, and how we go grow as a nation, wouldn't are the next leader we could come and rescue Sierra Leone from this, bondage. I feel say we're in a bondage where it really is so difficult for break camp, and we really they continue for pray. We know say we want for pray, and but we self get for work together as Sierra Leoneans and no say, you know what, now we get for change Sierra Leone, not to just this politics, idea about saying now me no more for one. Whatever this is, we hope for the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
You're welcome.
That now Dr. Isatuka Kejalo in your submission for today. Also, you sleep this night and then they continue. Eh? We all get parts for play. We all get parts for play. It's up to you. It's up to you. Yeah? Let me see. Now open the phone line. We know it's still long now, yeah? But now open the phone line. And let we able for you from callers then. Please we come 3 minutes and just go straight to the point, yeah? Phone line open now. We come 3 minutes and go straight to the point. 232-78990991 and our WhatsApp 232-78990991 our WhatsApp 1-646-610-3107 United States na direct 44-739-803-0402 United Kingdom direct. A phone line open now. 3 minutes, please. Go to the point and make we move. Yes, caller, ID live on here. You name and inside the call from, please.
Yeah, Tipway, now you're doing the call from Maryland. Thank you very much, Pa. Me, I get message for civil society, especially Saul Amin. I see now AYV, then they protest, then say Elizabeth Foster and the World Bank country director when a report for resign. It's a shame to them. They still don't in that country, then still in a civil society. Sometimes they go wrong in that country day. How many people have don't lost their lives in that country day? Citizens they suffer, they want protest and they get a chance. When you come on a street and they arrest you. But because of now, then they protest in the interest of the government. You know, see no police go arrest anybody. But then they come on a street and they go protest because of World Bank don't send a press release and they withdraw up at this census and they come on a street and they go protest. So that lady for resign and the country director for resign are a shame to them. They call it a civil society. We don't begin to know they say they work on the interest of the government of the day. They need to work in the interest of the people and the country. Then let's go to DJ Safa. You know, sometimes we they in governance or we they in authority, therefore be careful the words the way they use. Because now we they in governance, they use all kinds of words against a company politician. But let's remember say one day they get for go back now opposition. We they not get for day in governance everlasting. So the ones that is against incompetent tomorrow, if they get for use against them, let not feel bad because right now it is telling incompetent state some artist scope. You know, politicians they don't get interest of the country. They only think about themselves. Both APC and SLPP. Me, I don't get for telling no country people because the government no get power over them. Government of the day they get power. If they don't decide to they go ahead and do the census. Me, I advise me people make them consider. When they don't consider, then calm down. If any other government come out, they say the data get error. It's up to them. That's why when they continue for waste to country money, because other thing they 60 years now, they say they do census for development. But who census we don't ever benefit Salorian, we be say we solve for water, we not get energy with the booster, we not get clean water, we not get electricity, we not get hospital with the booster 60 years. But they say we do census for resources. Now a shame, but let God help we. Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim.
You're welcome.
Yes, caller, get 3 minutes, sir.
Hello, good evening, AAA. This is Dave Katie. I mean, just want for make an observation. I think this morning, where Raman Swarebi the response to some of the questions, it sounds like Abiyaribi say some of them things they don't envision them. So government be don't allocate some money for pay the people and wait for go do the thing. So how come the finance minister they come back now and write to the World Bank and say they're kind of shocked forget this? So Pandy two, would are the lie passing company? You know, I don't know if somebody else be observed that this morning where Ramaswari,
Not only no more
although
talk and self statistics alone, the spokesperson self say the same thing. Then we don't see
right,
say this kind of thing get for happen. So then we don't
right,
get Makoni. Even though the finance minister Panyo letter tell we say nobody no catch him.
right. So Panem people and then are like, who is telling the truth? It's so sad because like then they contradict themselves so much. Me, I want for believe say they're shocked. Honestly, nah, I think say not the right thing. But for cover shame, then they talk say then we don't envision this they happen, get for happen, and they don't allocate money for that. Well, let us see. You know, let we say we're able for pay for these sensors completely, right? How about the credibility? Now then get for can produce a data where World Bank will be the number one sponsor of this sensor therefore can kind of draw questions about, and then go say their own data is accurate. So we could go back to the same thing of 2015, where it been completely wrong for let APC themselves do a census and end up for add more districts them to their own advantage. If they be add then district them the same quantity down at the south or the east, then yes, that would have been fair play. But how you do go conduct a census, you add more constituencies, I mean, more districts in your own stronghold, whilst you left the other one. But what me they always say is the promise of a new direction, not to go back and copy the old dirty tricks them. If that one and they don't do all the wrong things there, and now they expect you for make you come with the new direction and rule the country properly. Me, I be really get hopes on Mother Bio because of the background we don't get the military and the NPRC, how people were coming into their offices promptly and all of that. So I've been kind of give them an open hand for say, okay, let's see what happens. But waiting at the scene now and waiting the country to go through, trust me, it's just like deja vu all over. Thank you again, AAA, for giving me these 3 minutes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Dave, thank you, sir. Let's call ID live on here. Your name and also the call from, please.
This is Mike. I call from Philadelphia.
3 minutes, Mike.
You know what's a salon problem? Salon problem is now this politician with this turn and give type of politics within the park. If them people then they do census 2015, then do whatever, rigging or everything, they lost the election. You know? But when they forget the needs of the people there, the people that will vote for now, their own needs. When they worry about census, the people they don't get what I like. You know what I mean? Even food for it, they don't get. But now they force themselves for census. When I understand that one, and the cry of the people and that one, the old people and they tell you now, they need something better than a censor. You know, lights not there. Water for get self na problem. Food for itself na problem. The hospital owner say on the bill no not bill. But I say on they can't do census for reallocate resources. But with the thing they want to promise for us, we not do the aid. So that the census now go come make we able do that. When I almost 1.5 year left for now. Wanna think, bro. Wanna think. Now, if the people they need do that right now. For the census, now just a complete way. When the next government come back, they go turn and give them back the same way one they do so. Not to this who need a salon anymore. We don't need to turn and give politics. We need politicians and what they can improve the lives of the people. We don't do that day. We just a big failure in that country there. Continuously they fail the people there. This is not complete. Now imposing themselves into the people there. The people don't tell us they don't need this right now. They feel present for substitute for and not substitute for her. Look, cement don't go up. Rest don't go up. We're not substitute for nothing when they use the money for sensors. Would I don't ever benefit na salon from any sensor na salon? When I tell me about would I don't ever benefit from any sensors na salon? When I use strongholds when I born in Kenema, you know the benefits right now. When I want to use sensors to reallocate resources. For that, we don't reallocate these resources then too. Who you campaign? Inside you campaign. You say from Bo to Falaba to Kenema, all them people in the sofa. You know the problem of Sierra Leone. You already know. You don't need sensors for figure this out. Many people are in a big disgrace, man. And coming to the minister, JJ Safa, inside parliament, he said they don't receive over almost $800 million. But what you not don't do with that money? If we now go back to JJ Safa's speech, he said they don't receive over almost $800 million. But the people are not able to benefit from that. So that these sensors, that people they can benefit from. It's a complete waste, man. When I respect the small constitution working at the country now, because when I don't destroy them back, the constitution working now, not even important to now. And Salon, this turn and give politics. Salon, we go 50 years from now, it will still be the same. Because then people, when politicians, they not care about the people there. I mean, contribution, bro.
All right, thank you very much, Mike.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, caller, ID live on here. You name and inside the call from, please. Yes, caller on the US line.
Oh, okay. Hello. People in
Yes, 3 minutes, yes.
Okay. And they say that one. And it, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. They call from in USA. Triple me to me, in as much yes, the census it don't be. Even whether somebody support or not, just like what you say, and also no reason to make anybody for sled or contact. Even the World Bank, they said don't make hypocrite. All this now because Africa is sad, we so lazy, everything the Western world will depend on. Then Western they don't even have the interest of Africa. They all then get them political agenda. Then man, if you see Ethiopia, where the Western world, even though they may know so these people are rebel group, they may still try for support them against Ethiopian government. But the man Itawa, he acts them all out, it almost they win the game now. We all, I don't know for like a use on saying to up like when we talk to you, so me like when I do good and born me. I see that the way you go Kabbalah, thank you, that you go see they say you feel say empty and Sunday, not because of Sunday. Kabbalah na village, we don't even have the population. Anybody honest with himself. So until one day you go you do well, so until one day you go na Falaba. That Falaba where you see Tripoli, you know they compare themselves with Shegbe my window to a district headquarter. They may just go cost them thing and they for just add a seat in parliament. Let we even see that they're all equal. APC now for because of gerrymandering and they insisted they don't want the census. SLT is self now because they self one for let themselves get now the stronghold. And if you watch politics is a number game, maybe America are the same thing. You're not gonna go take 20 constituencies, you add an iron stronghold. They expect later on let them be at stay you don't even hear it in his price. They say, okay, we not mind make them cost the for 2024 because that you're assuming that by 2024 maybe these people will lose election so that you're not gonna cut it. Let's call it spade a spade. Mean that they not accommodate the east and the south. The papa in a corona, they be the same money. The eastern province and the southern province they have more population than the north. So how you got if you see the Almighty talk say, oh APC then get more seats than SSCP? No. The vote between Julius Madabio and Samora Kamara, it was only about 2%. But how the seat in difference APC go get 20 more seats more than SLPP when about 3%. Every even American, it is not possible. If he has when the vote by rational, there is no way the winning team it will lose some seats where we don't go get them before who sit them the way we then call. And what is that? It has happened. And don't pay the money now. Even World Bank, why not withdraw? Take 2 days to the election now. If you get the same, if you believe you census, why you say they not count the people there? You don't go instigate, they will then go arrest them now. You don't for go pull in at the jail. It just sad the way they put people in that danger. If you sure say the census was correct, why what if they recount it again? But me now we see that being a Kwenadugu district city, me to Timini, me to Minde, me na Fula Madingo. But the reality is that county, anybody come out the north and province, they no say APC na lie them, lie with them go court, one whole district headquarter. Now Putoko the enjoy pass Kono. This is because Putoko has become a district headquarter. Kono with Diamond they come because they are not district headquarter town. They are suffering and people are saying those people should just accept it. Politics now they are politics, everybody decide for enjoy you. Then just they put the people in danger for telling me they're not calling. If you sure see the census was right, what is all this hyper? You say they should not come because you knew that what you did it was cheating. the numbers didn't count. That's why you are refusing. So to me, I'd advise people there, if they want count to now, go let them count to now. If the closing stages about say, if they can't, if we then count you, they not count you, the number will remain the same. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, caller. Yeah. The phone line don't close. Or the return calls them. If you be don't call before, no say we they call you back, but the phone line don't close. We get people that we be don't call, where we go call back here, but the phone line don't close now. To be counted or not to be counted for. 3 minutes, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, my brother. My brother, this, let me tell you, I'll cut this short. This, therefore, change the name to pay debt or do me or do you, not to census. Let's just break this down for now very quickly. This, my sister, we just left. Absolutely right. I don't raise this to a couple of people and come after me, they come after me. SLPP, now they hate, then they feel say, then they win the next coming election. But the problem here is the 10 APC seats that would have been take. They don't know say now, if the next election come, then 10 seats then they, APC go win, then 10 seats then they back. And there absolutely no other reason other again for petition, then next coming member of parliament and they, because then new member of parliament and they not going to forbid the one that will be take money in that coffers because now the tactics that way SLPP be used will make them take them guide and Usman Tumbu and the other hand and say that they work for the government, then they take money in the coffer at the same time they run campaign. So now the one that will go for can run at this particular constituency then they now APC stronghold, APC got for win then 10 seats then they back. So now SLPP don't figure say okay. Then why we petition 10, we're not going to petition all 10, like what we do the last time. We'll take 10 seats in the hand. So the only thing we're going to do now, we have got to go back and break we own district there. So we have to get more people them for kind side. Now they do that, SLPP, let nobody not convince you, Mr. Mr. Alfred, with the go they beat around the bush, they talk too much. Let nobody not convince anybody. Then people like now do me and do you. If we not take them, we grand picking they get for can see 1,000 member of parliament, na Sierra Leone parliament, because APC, if they take over, then some go for can do back, then go redistrict Cambia, then go redistrict Tonkolili. Now do me and do you all man they try for gain upper hand because XLPP then they feel say they go win the next election, and when they win, if APC get the upper hand, na parliament, anything will be your sending in go pass. So they said that they try for do waiting they do so. Man, this is common. That lady talker. Go na Falaba. I don't go na Falaba. I don't go to big place. Not big place, but not get that much populated. If they be one breakdown, they want time to when they do the 2015 counting, people are not being Bokuna Bo, they're not being Bokuna Kenema. But why they forgo do SLPP favor? This is they happen, even yourself, redistrict. Democrat they do and Republicans they do, and they all they try for gain upper hand. Now the house. So that when they come and vote on anything, then people don't go vote for them. That's all. This is all about numbers. So I not care if World Bank will pull out tonight, midnight, now Salon, this counting they go down because it's not about resource. What is resource? APC winter, who side they get the resource? You see any market na Kawiyat? You see any market na Bacha? They do anything. Show me what thing they do. When they do the recount, because now that they all the claims say when we count to now, we go bring in resource. What the resource will APC can bring? Then they are not going for bring any resource. They not get time. The money they shape unto themselves. Then just one get a hand over the other one now parliament, so that when that crazy guy they send in your paper them, they all go the knack box and boom, 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 boom. Then they say, oh, the years have it. That's all this day about. This is not about census. It's not about the benefits of the people. APC they argue for the people because they're not telling we it the disadvantage where this census go get to the people of Sierra Leone. All what thing they tell me about the years. Now if it be 10 years, same thing with them. Come on in. Then why I said they tell me anything what you go for it. Oh, we go give you the money, we go give you this, we go give you that. All that rubbish, my brother. It's about numbers. Then people let it try forget a hand over the other one. Now parliament. SLPP don't see it. APC don't forget them 10 seats in the back. And this time if they petition them, they're not gonna get too much upper hand like what they do the last time. So they say one bring more people. That's all this day about. Thank you very much. For JJ Safala, can quick. This not do me or do you. If you remember where APC been in power, that man will call himself Logos. During the campaign, Logos, he skipped SLPP, he called all the other parties them social club. I watched that show there. Now would have been interviewing himself, not being Samuel Wise. He called the other party them social club, just like what this one they call and say, na Vuvuzela, they ain't no care. So they just consider the all two. You know, same thing. Berete be they sit down na AYV. They call them and say we go eat them for breakfast. So me and they need to go through it. They don't use. They call each other name. Now so then they not respect each other. It's about them. This is all about party. Look at the constitution. Show me any part of that constitution they will speak for the people. It's about them. Would I go get the upper hand in parliament? Now the fact that they pursue. And SLPP not get for let go. Because them feel say then go win the next coming election. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much, Umar. Return calls. Like how they call in can't sign no more. So they return them. Ayana Salon. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple A. The last caller just mentioned the exact thing where they think. They no say that seats wait and take from an APC and get for Lawson. So then they find way for equalize them out because this time there's no way for let them petition them because then people in the end go spend their own resources for campaign. I mean, obviously, the other thing where I want to add to the whole thing, though, there is definitely an increment in population. You know, 2002, what left for that country, the population been there somewhere around 4 point something to 5 million. So if we are talking about 7 million, so there was an increment. We just don't know exactly which area get the most, but there is an increment in population. That we recognize that. You know, law not they just say no, and then they inflate the numbers. Then they inflate numbers some places, but population generally it don't increase in the country. So now then no more they cause that problem for we. If they don't want to do the right way, then they find it difficult how the international community they really call with population. And so if there any assistance they can, then go look into the number of population who will get. Where it be safe, World Bank they give we something, it not go be the same as to the Gambia, where the population's lower. And so it's so pathetic that then will continue for play with this, you know, where we say it affects them internationally, you know. The other thing we really want for I don't know if we go get a next leader again because you know Triple A be talking trade where they say would I go can talk to we about change, you know. It's so painful. It pain me. You know, that we you know, me, I don't tire for here right now, this talk here, and that's what they've been doing. I don't tire, you know. So what is the difference? What is the difference? You know, a leader here, now somebody, definitely now a country we need for put a heart down, calm down, it will be a calm person in the sense that, you know, he ready for take a lot of heat from everybody, but at the same time, believe for do the right thing for we people. You know, able with the, you know, we will be starting there on your marks. There was countries where they've been there 20 meters ahead. Some day where they've been there 50 meters ahead, you know, to the finish line, while we are still on your marks. And so right now, it seems like the way they be blow the horn for all we run, we mistakenly begin for pedal backward instead of forward. Now, so now they happen. Now this they happen, you know, it's so pathetic, you know. So I don't know if we go call we leaders them as leader. I don't know if any other name they will for don't change them because there's not to leader business days, you know. Watch and look the country critically and see what thing we people in the suffer with. You know, priority. Thank you so much, Triple. May God bless you.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel. I say the phone line don't close. Phone line don't close, please. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who side you call from, please.
Yeah. Are they?
Yes,
Hello?
your name and who side you call from.
This is Boy Jalo Jamboya from Norway.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, sir. The last time on your program, I've been put a proverb by Albert Einstein that one cannot solve a problem using the thinking that caused the problem. This is what Sierra Leone has suffered over the last 60 years. And some of we don't be fed up. Some of we want we politicians and as Sierra Leone no say. There are Sierra Leoneans out in the diaspora who no wish for going to politics. But maybe they get other things than what they want to do for help for change the lives of the people. This theatrics, it done too much. Sierra Leone as a country not able take care of himself. This education wouldn't they all about so all. I have done a research on it. We need $4 billion every year for support education if we want to talk about quality education. There are ways and means we can do that. But if we politicians and they create theatrics all the time because they want to keep themselves in power, doing sweet nothing for the country, it's about time we begin to tell them that all of us are inheritors of that land and they have to begin to behave themselves. This not to afraid talk. Are they talking straight and let them know say if they get connections, some of we have get connections. We are going to begin to press certain buttons until now then they challenge the international community or they give them. This is the first time I'm seeing a beggar making laws and making choices. The World Bank, with the support we, out of rational consideration, of which I believe say then they look at stability of the country. The war in Sierra Leone, now they don't spend the biggest amount for take way out of war. We know that. If they say, then they go ahead, then cause trouble in that country. Let them know, say, when they come and come, they will be held as the greatest responsible people. And in this present world, there is no hiding place. If you are a person of interest, you cannot hide. At the end of this, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who side you call from, please.
Hello?
Yes, sir. 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much. First of all, I wanted to thank you this job where they do. You know, not all man they do the job here. They bear the pain then, they bear the cost then. But it's okay. Let's begin first with APC. APC therefore be ashamed of themselves. What make one talk SLP because and then a power so. You understand? I make one mix SLPP. But how long we now APC and they make more that say instead of then go put the money per resources there, they want to put up per this. What in them they do with the resources money anyway up till now, we still live here. Because of the big thing and they talk, oh, they don't take that money, go put up other resources, go put up a school, go put up a this. Why they don't do it before? Why they don't do it before? Then now they can't talk whatever. If you do SLP, then just do the same thing. 2004, 2015, it's like the same people. But the one thing we clarify for, we Mother Bio challenge and World Bank say in the do Alexa will not support it. Me I glad it because you understand if World Bank them full now say then the loan salon money when I don't know what again for do. You understand? If they loan them now, if they see now what they want to make, let them send a supervisor there where they go supervise and make sure say that money they can loan to the World Bank now what they go put up. If another money they no more See them for go make streets or for go make building there. Let them face supervisor. Because when they don't challenge World Bank, so they don't tell World Bank, say, look, without you now, will not care what they do this. That means they're able to stand on themselves. If they totally two left foot again for going to World Bank, for go take World Bank, they say, no, I don't have any time for you guys. But if they still say, Papa, don't give them the money, let them give them a supervisor there. Let them make sure say they actually do the work for the people there. Because we are tired with them two people here. They be going to go take loan now, World Bank, say, well, they can't do this. This money we forget by this midterm census. Because every time when the population grow, now more I think World Bank they give more money for you go able to sustain the people there. So that money the one they don't say, hey, look say that they can get beaucoup money pass. Look wait past 10 years. There's a possibility say during that 10 years that we go come back to the power, so now we can do the census, they'll get this money. It's like the same people. They just care about the money when they put in their pocket. They don't care about the ordinary people. If they care all along when they make census, that revenue wouldn't call last month. We'll put a table now so we the size alone. How long the money they don't carry size alone? What they able to do? They able to make the road, they able to make hospital there. But yet see, they can't talk say, oh, we'll get for count, don't make resources for other people. What are the resources? Who's getting resources? From the resources in their pockets there, or their host there, or their family there? Because not over the Sierra Leoneans there, not over the ordinary citizens there. Me, then two people here, if people in get sense, when they come for can campaign to them, let them eat the money. If the person they don't at the table, will not get no party color, you understand? Let them go vote for that person there. Let them eat the money there, they don't go vote for them. But oh yeah. People, thank you very much, man. Me, I just tired with them two party here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Silla.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Oh, allow each 2 hours. Like you allow each 2 hours. Let me just bring this person quick. I'll just bring this person quick. Phone line don't close. Let me see if you're available. Quick one. Don't know. Well, let's see. Person not available. So one chance. Which will hit you so. Answer. If not, well, you miss some. Okay. Don't come out today. Yes, I don't think so we owe anybody again. Let me see. That's the same person I was calling. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Okay. I saw the left here today. If they come to you, make yourself available. Let them come to you. Huh? But remember, waiting and say, now this net. Do good thing, we go make you forget. You not forget. We go make you not forget this net. Do good thing. We go make you not forget this net. And say if you are, you can snap all so you not forget. Okay? We don't want no God at the country tomorrow. We hope see. We go to bed, wake tomorrow, and we be the normal saloon people then. Let things slide. We handle things in our own way maturely, and we wait. But wait. Inti na 2 weeks. I know you side and say if after a certain time they know they come. Then they don't go begin knock people like us midnight say that they come for can come too. Eh? You be any time when they put say even after 5 or after 6 or after 7 or after 8. Because me I know you waiting at the cutoff time for the day. Because then Santibo Kiat then no can get new ways now for they go na net and go knock people get say oh we can for can count. So what time we not for open the mouth for person for make it can count. Eh? Huh. Now that we know. So if possible, we will say we know the open or land on a different. But we want open. I'm also going not for open. We need to command the cam. And I'll be saying as Antibo cat the one thing we for can I use for can. Alright. We'll go need for find out that. Anyway. We need for find out that. But we'll go there back tomorrow. Oh. Till we meet again. Triple A. Tata.